Check. Okay. I think this should be working. Alright, so what do we see? Yesterday I mentioned this one-time framing down. We keep one-time framing down on the daily. And yesterday we tested below the previous week's low, tagged that point of control, and then we squeezed almost back to that 20-day point of control, to then close at the low side of the range below the previous session's low. Overnight we couldn't break this low. Again, same, look at this, almost the same thing. Seems like some algo is buying this area, right? Squeeze back into almost the same area. Now it's pulling back a little bit after taking the yesterday's low. Yeah, I'm sorry, yesterday's high. And now we're just hovering around the weekly VWAP, above the monthly VWAP, and below that 20-day point of control. So what I want to see today, first of all, today we have FOMC meetings, and then after the market we have Nvidia's earnings. So what I want to see today is, do we accept inside yesterday's value, or do we just, tagged here? By the way, yesterday's value area high is at 73.90, which is exactly where the monthly VWAP is. So that level is going to be key today. If we accept below it, then I'm going to be looking for value area sweep into yesterday's value area low, and then see if we can take this these two lows right here, this untested close. There's another low here from the 7th of May, and then finally we have the gap fill here. So see if we can just finish that move, or if this is it, this is all the pullback we get, then we might retest this area again, the 74.60, then see if we can find sellers, and then finally do one of these, travel through the whole range and then break and below and fill the gap. So that's what I'm looking for. But it could happen, if it happens first that we end up coming down, then I'm gonna look for this area to see if we have buyers. Otherwise, we could go into this distribution down here and test the 72.40 area at some point during next week or this week, who knows. I don't know when, but just looking at the price at the distribution. But anyway, this area is going to be choppy, so I'm going to wait for the open, see what happens if we test here at 73.90. That's going to be a key area for me. Let's see. NQ, similar situation. Still have that gap. There's two gaps below on NQ. With some support here at that gap fill, but the 20-day point of control is up here at 29.3. What is this? 29.330-ish. The weekly pivot is below it. I said 29.229. So this area is going to be a little bit of resistance. Same scenario. If we hold below this area where we're trading at right now, I'm looking for a value area sweep into this the lower side of the overnight range. Crude's coming down after not being able to break this high from this session. Let's see if this support, this was the support area that I had marked before, but now the whole thing is shifting. We're shifting value a little higher. See if we can hold above this area, the 100 area. If we break it, then I'm going to be looking for a move down to 97.60, which is that 20-day point of control. And for gold, is holding below these lows. It accepted around the 4,550, and now it broke below. It's looking like it's accepting below here. So if we keep moving down on gold, I see that 4,400 there, right above the 200 moving average, as a target and the support area. But if we get below the 200, then there's this high volume node from back a few months ago, 4,300s. Otherwise, we're going to come back here to the 5-day point of control, and we have some resistance at 4,600 that if we break, then this is where the 20-day and the 90-day point of control are, and that is around 47.10. Alright, remember FOMC today, with new head of the Fed, so I think it's gonna be something everybody's looking at, and then Nvidia's earnings after the bell. Alright, good luck.